there's people coming in.
Oh, you live again?
Yeah, it's coming live right now. There's people coming in. I'll be over here. Hold on. Live again? Yeah, it's coming live right now. All right, they coming in. We don't have them long ass shows. Yeah, I think we was on for like what?
About an hour.
Huh?
About an hour.
You say what?
About an hour.
Huh?
I think about an hour.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Hey, what channel are you on right now?
Real Black Ages on Fire.
Yeah, I don't even see the live stream.
Oh, all you gotta do is type in Real Black Ages on Fire. You on that one?
Oh yeah, I see it now. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm still all right. So let me know when you want to pick up on it.
Yeah. You don't know how to do that, yo?
No, yeah. I just simulcast. You could broadcast the two channels at the same time.
How the hell you do that? You gotta have your shit though.
No, it's like as soon as you sign up for it, it'll let you do it from multiple streams.
Sure as you sign up for it.
You put the RMTP credentials in there. You could simulcast to
might be a little extra
channels.
Might cost a little extra.
So,
yeah, let me know when I can pick up. So yeah.
I just want a few more people to come in here, yo.
No. All right, take your time.
But that was a good ass breakdown right there, and that just show you how silly shit is, yo. I mean, that shows just how silly niggas be. God damn.
Well, the only thing I really point out so far is just how silly it is to say that the word Remish don't mean Egyptians, and then to accuse Afrocentrists with no name, don't even name them, of just making it up when it's not that at all. It's everybody and their mother who deals with Egypt knows the ancient Egyptians refer to themselves as the Remish. Everybody. That's like Egyptology 101. That's pre-Egyptology 101. You know, so
preschool.
Yeah. And what's crazy, see, I'm being brief because I just want to hit the points, but like if I explain it, if somebody asks, it's countless things that I could say about to demonstrate proof of everything I'm saying right now, and what I will say when folks come back. But yeah, this is a summary. I just want to make sure everybody following the logic and everything.
Nah, I got
you. With Egyptian, and it's going to connect to the point that is going to connect to the point. This helps the conversation that you may have in the near future about the Egyptians and their origins and things like that as well. Nobody could get around this.
Nah, they ain't never getting around it, yo. It's the racist white supremacist ideology and mindset. Right now, all of a sudden, we in Africa, niggas get a little bit of DNA, apply it to the whole situation, forget it ain't no race, and just forget about and don't even understand how to talk about DNA. It's just foolery, yo. It's complete nonsense. Now Egypt is a race of motherfuckers, and only these people right here can be in the race. It's crazy. A race running towards ignorance. Yeah, it's crazy, right? That's almost like saying we in America, and Europeans brought Africans from the continent of Africa over to America. The African American fought in all the wars. He even fought in the damn Civil War. All right, he fought in the damn French Revolution. Did all that, both sides. All right. Simple as that. Okay? Help build America. You had the racists acting like we wasn't Americans. It's not until the brothers and sisters stepped up and forced their hand. Right? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Fought in the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Absolutely fought in the Civil War. The Korean War, World War I, World War II, even if they didn't want us to fight. And the Civil War on the South, they had us cooking. All right? So, I mean, come on, man. World War I, World War II, Vietnam. You in Vietnam, white boys get slick over there to get their heads shot off for being nonsense. Fighting for the country, come back home in the country, gotta go through the civil rights. Jim Crow, after slavery, they locked, after slavery, after Reconstruction, they start figuring out a way to lock dudes back up and have white people bias, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't had your paperwork. All that we went through. But at no point in time was we not motherfucking Americans. Had to pound them down and make them understand that. In the land as long as they've been in the motherfucking land, that's for damn sure. So now we're in a place called Africa, where you have indigenous people. And now all of a sudden, that ain't them, they ain't them people, that some race came from somewhere else. Now all of a sudden, there's a hell of an electric fence in North Africa that stops black people. Don't stop the Romans, though. The Romans, they can come on down all the way to Nubia and get beat by the Candace Queen. Augustus buried his fucking head in Nubia.
Yep.
Kerm, I believe, buried his head. Oh, where the head go? Back to England. How?
What we
Listen.
People rolled in.
Yeah. Hey, Wujah, I want to ask you a question, yo.
All right.
A yes or no question, if you can.
All right.
Did the Dogon know?
I'll try my best.
Did the Dogon know about Sirius B?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know. I have not come across that.
So it will be a no.
Yeah, no, I'll say I don't know. I don't know at all.
Do you think that it was more probable that they would know or that they didn't know?
It's probably you would need to have a lot of evidence to show that they did, more so than they didn't. But to answer your question, my answer is I don't know, because I haven't come across anything that would tell me that they did.
Okay.
Yeah. So
but if somebody that talked to them for 3 weeks and was with them and he asked them directly and they said they didn't know nothing about it, would you go with that?
Would that be a start? Because it'd be on who they're talking about. Because Dogon, like person.
Are you familiar with Madupe?
Madupe who? Madupe Oyoye?
Dr. Madupe?
Madupe Oyoye? Is that his full name? What's his full name?
I'll give you his full name. Hold on.
Yeah, but while you're looking for his full name, what I'm saying is that the Dogon is not like
Dr. Thebe Madupe.
Oh, it sounds familiar. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, he the one that's doing the actual text in oh hell, man, what the fuck is that? What's the name of that place, Chef? You in the chat? He doing the work in West Africa, yeah. And come on, man, what's the school? Damn, yo.
I can't remember the school.
I don't know.
Timbuktu.
But let me just say this.
Yeah, he translating the text in Timbuktu, showing that the Africans that was there, you know what I'm saying, actually, they was on par with teaching that the earth, went around the sun.
But here's the thing, though. When people go to places and ask somebody, embedded in that is the understanding that you're asking somebody and not, like as if.
No, he spent 3 weeks. He spent 3 weeks with the
six.
Oh, 6 weeks. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, no. But all I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is that if I go somewhere I'm doing an anthropological, cultural anthropological study, and I want to find out information from a group of people. Let's say I go to the Luo people, I find them in Kenya, and I want to ask them some questions. What I have in my mind, though, as every scientist should or whatever, is that I'm only limited to ask the people that I have access to. So I don't know if this is the general consensus among all the people. I don't know if I've reached the elite of the intellectuals among them, or if there's a debate among them of disagreement or anything. If I just go and ask one person or just one circle of people at one house or whatever the case is. So what I'm saying is that if we're being realistic, which everybody should in these kinds of studies, then you put that into the consideration or into the equation. So you come back with the data you have, but it's always strings attached to it.
Right.
So yeah. So no matter so if it was me.
Okay, cool. Okay, and when we're talking in terms of, okay, so you know the myth that they knew about the Sirius B and all of that, right? When we're talking about the things that they would have had to know in order to know about this star, that's very not, it's not logical that they would have known about this without certain things already being known first and with certain tools, right? Then when asked about it, they also say that they don't know nothing about it, right? And it was already thought that the guy that came and talked to them was kind of like the source of this information, that wasn't really very reliable.
What I'm saying is that the way that you investigate a claim is that you got to go to the source of the claim in the first place. Facts. So where did the claim originate that they knew about the star in the first place?
Okay.
So you gotta examine that.
Right. Marcel Grailloux.
Okay. And what are the circumstances around that? Because now you have a margin of error that could creep in because he did that in the 1970s, right? Or whenever he did it.
It was early. Yeah, it was early.
Yeah, I'm saying so. Whenever that was, but our knowledge today knows about Sirius B, Sirius A, and so on and so forth, and that information can be contaminated with today's knowledge. So that has to go into the consideration of that. So you don't ever just use one source or one thing or whatever the case is. You got to cross compare and actually, if possible, use multiple disciplines as well.
Right, because people could have came back and forth, and they could have gotten the information from not only him but other folks, right?
Yeah, but so now you're stuck with you have a problem. Now you have to eliminate that. You have to falsify
contamination.
That.
Right, contamination.
Right. Now you don't know for sure it is, but that's the possibility. So you have to put that into.
But what will be more probable, right? So you have that. You have the contamination thing that might happen, right?
Right.
And you have also the fact that it's impossible to see the star, let alone know about the star if you don't have an understanding of physics and astrophysics.
Yeah.
So what would be the more logical explanation for that?
Well, you don't want to pigeon. Hey, Unc, I think you need to mute your background.
What the hell y'all got on the Dogon? That's another.
My bad.
Yeah. I want to finish.
I'm about to go. I just wanted to get that. I just want to ask with y'all before I left.
Well, let me say this, and then that's it. So what I would say is that what you got to be careful of as a researcher is not to cut off your own ankles and keep a clear and open mind because of what you don't know, and you don't want to come with some bias and
assumptions. That's why you don't make absolute statements. I understand.
Well, not only not make absolute statements, but even with what you just said, you said that they have to have X, Y, Z, ... in order to do ... But you don't know that. So a real scholar and a person who is polished to investigate the reality on the ground will be open to collect the data. And so, for example, obviously you can't see that star with a naked eye. Just like we can't see certain planets beyond or whatever planet with the naked eye. You can only see what Mars, Venus, and some other with the naked eye now. But we have 9 planets, including Earth, but through calculations and observing of what you can see, you can deduce something that should be there, even though you can't observe it directly or anything like that. So you could suspect and say it's a possibility that something's right there, and I just can't see it. But man, the way these planets are behaving and acting,
the way that gravity tugging on
the way
that
these
star,
planets,
yeah.
right? The way these things are acting and stuff like that. Something peculiar about that, you know.
But
and you could do that.
But you have to understand like the way gravity works.
Yeah, and so
astrophysics, right?
But I'm saying,
but
you don't know. No. Listen, gravity existed. Gravity existed before the name gravity was attached to it, and before the people who quote unquote discovered the formulation of the laws of it. So a law is just a description of something that's already a phenomenon before we were even born.
So the Dogon understood astrophysics or the physics of a star pulling on another star?
No, astrophysics was started as a discipline, scientific discipline. The Dogons are separated from. So no, they don't understand astrophysics. Wait, no, they don't understand the discipline.
That ends it right there. I mean, but go ahead.
No. See, that's what I'm saying. See, you want a yes or no question to cut it, but hear me. What I'm saying is that the way you ask a question, you said, do the Dogons understand astrophysics? Astrophysics as a study, the Dogons are not up in astrophysics classes to understand it. All right. So, but do they understand the different elements that astrophysicists themselves understand? That you do not know, and you can't attempt and pretend you do know. So you have to keep it open and say, okay, what did these people understand?
Hold on, do they?
Nope. They don't know about gravity, boo.
I'm asking.
Wait.
I'm gonna keep an open mind right now. Do they?
Wait. So, I mean, because right now we're talking very, very general and vague. But if you want to specifically talk about gravity, every human being knows about gravity.
We talking about gravity. We talking about something more sophisticated, which is
gravity. See,
the gravity pull of a star.
But if I do what you did, I would say that every human being that walks on the earth.
All right, yeah, we
don't wait. Hold up. Every human being that walks on the earth notices that every other human being don't just start floating, so they know about gravity. Case closed.
What?
No. I'm saying I'm doing what Kent does. I'm doing what Kent does.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that
you're not
real.
doing what you're not doing what I'm doing.
That's
I really try to keep
earlier.
it simple for the people.
I'm keeping it very simple. The people know about gravity.
Right.
So let me reverse it to you. Do you think human beings know about gravity prior to astrophysics being a scientific discipline? Yes or no?
No, they just understand when I jump up, I fall back down to the ground.
And what's that called?
That's gravity.
Case closed. Thanks.
No, it's not.
All right.
No, it's not, because when you're talking
When you're talking about
stars,
you can't. I didn't mention stars. I did not mention stars, Ken.
But they are talking about stars.
No.
Dogon are talking about stars, right?
But don't. Wait. I asked a specific question to you. Don't bring up the Dogons.
About gravity. You talking about gravity?
No. You know what I asked you because you answered it. I said, do human beings know about gravity prior to the discipline of astrophysics come about? You said no. Then you said all they know about is if I jump up, I come down. I asked you, what is it called? You said gravity. So you just daggered yourself right there.
I did not, bro. Like, we talking about them understanding astrophysics.
No, you're talking about that. I asked you.
So do the Dogon understand astrophysics?
Wait. No, I'm not going there yet.
Yes or no?
Wait. I want you to see what just happened though with what I asked you.
No. I just asked you a question you didn't give me an answer to. Did the Dogon understand astrophysics? Yes or no? It's a yes or no answer.
I already answered that.
What was that?
I said
you don't know. But the answer is no.
Everybody freeze. How about Newtonian physics?
I mean, I respect you, y'all, but you come on now. Like,
no. Wait. You don't have to say.
Everybody freeze. Everybody freeze. Wait.
Bobby West. Let me just.
Hold on, man. Hold. Hey, Kent. When you shouldn't have told him. He's saying people on Earth jump up and come back down to the Earth. They still don't know what that force is. All they know is they can't jump but so far. That don't mean they can actually identify what that force is, Job.
Wait. Well, no. Here's listen. Both y'all. Wait. Now don't see.
Say gravity.
Wait. No. But wait. You you're about to the dagger going to ricochet and
So
hit you
let
in
it
the back.
ricochet.
So
Let
wait,
it
wait.
ricochet. Let it
Okay,
ricochet.
so wait, listen. This is what you all have to understand. All right. And
No,
in these wait, let me just say this. Let me just get it out, please, without being cut off, man.
they don't
The
cut you off.
the thing is, I asked a very specific question. And
Accident.
what happens is a lot of other assumptions come into the answers though that I don't even ask. I asked specifically. I said, did human beings understand gravity prior to the discipline of astrophysics coming about? The answer given by Kent was no. And then he elaborated. I didn't even solicit the elaboration, but he said no. Then he said nope. All they understood was if they jump up, they come back down. So then, because he said that, I said, "What is that called?" He said gravity. So now check it out. He said the human beings did understand that when they jump up and jump down, that they're gonna come back
They
down.
don't jump down. So you want to be technical? They don't jump down.
Okay, I misspoke. They jump up and come back down.
Right.
So you did say that they understood that. But I said, well, what is that called? You said gravity. So they understood jumping up and coming back down, and it's called gravity. But then when I asked you, did they understand gravity? You said no. Can you see the contradiction?
Because they didn't understand
Can you see the contradiction?
What made them come back down. They didn't.
But that wasn't my question. That wasn't my question. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's why these conversations just go around.
Man, like,
no, it's not. No. You're listen. I'm listen.
In context though, that's actually talking about though, Wuja. You can't
no. Listen. This is the problem though. I am being, like you're saying, tricky. I am being super simple.
Yeah, I didn't say
no. Kent did. I'm
the
saying
context of what he was using it at.
No,
because
I know,
y'all know what I'm talking about. And when we're talking astrophysics, when we're talking about a star's gravity pulling on another star, we're talking about something totally different that the average person wouldn't even have thought about.
It's not even just. Yeah, it's not that simple. It's two different things you're talking about, Dave.
Yeah, but see, this is the problem. You're talking about something different than my question.
We're talking about astrophysics. I'm talking about astrophysics. You're talking about a person jumping up and down on the Earth. I'm talking about
but
that you can't see gravity pulling up on another star, and you're talking about I jump up and down on Earth and knowing.
Hey, wait. So Kent, how long you been living in Georgia?
5 or 6 years.
Okay, now you see what just happened. I asked you a totally different question, and you had no problem answering that.
Right.
Because you understand English, you understand what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So although you started with the Dogon and Series B question, I asked you a specific question. You see what happens? And then you go off on something else instead of staying with my question. And I just want you to understand the problem with that kind of communication. I asked you specifically, did human beings understand gravity prior to the physics definition and description of the law and astrophysics and so on and so forth? You answered no. Then you elaborated, said all they understood was jumping up and coming down. And then because you said that, I didn't ask you to say that. You said that. Then I followed up and said, well, what is that called? You had opportunity to say whatever, but you answered and said gravity.
Yo, the question was very simple. Did the Dogon understand, or did they know about Series B? You could have just said no. But
no, I answered. No.
Be tricky with this shit and be vague and be like, "Oh, I don't know."
He didn't know.
Come on, bro.
No.
The answer is fucking no. Like, god damn.
No. Listen, Kent. Every question does not always have a yes or no answer.
The answer to that question,
wait.
No.
Kent. I know you're bright. I know you understand that the answer doesn't have to be effing no or effing yes every time. All right. So here's the thing. You ask me a question. I do not know. Either you accept it and move on, or don't ask me questions.
Yeah,
it's just like that.
But I think you would be an honest brother, right?
And I'm being honest. My honest answer. Wait. My honest answer. Hold up. My honest answer was the answer I gave you. I'm never dishonest. Get that straight. Get that through your head. When you ask me a question, I'm going to give you my honest. I'm going to give you my honest answer. So my answer is I don't know. I even elaborated. I said I have not seen any evidence that they did. I even elaborated.
Okay, then why are people out here trying to make it seem like they know that
I
they
can't
understood it?
speak for other people. I can't speak for other people, Kent. I can't
Okay,
speak
so
for
you
other people.
disagree
So
with the
take it,
Mosley clan
take it,
warrior. All
take
right,
it,
I'm
take it
good
up,
with
take
that.
it. I
Cool.
don't even know who's making claims around here. I'm
People
saying
making claims that they understood the fucking star system.
okay,
So
go
I'm
ask
good
them.
I'm good with that answer, Wu Zhao, and
Okay,
I'm cool with that.
but go ask them. You ask me.
on
You
this.
ask me.
We good. We good, Wu Zhao.
Okay, you
We
ask
good.
me though. So all right. So I don't know.
I,
That's my
Where,
I'm
answer.
just
where's the
I
place? Hold
my
on.
bad.
Where?
I done got y'all off of Egypt. My bad, yo.
Where
Y'all can go back to Egypt.
hold the at? One subject at a time. Yo, we can do a whole show on the Dogon. I'm gonna go out on the limb and I'm gonna say that they did not understand the gravitational pull of a white dwarf, right? And on another star. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they didn't. And my limb is based off the fact. Let me open up my camera. The fact that they didn't have shoes. I think you would have shoes first before you understood the gravitational pull of a white dwarf on another star. I think that would be more important first. Okay, go ahead, Wuja, I'm done. I just want to get that joke in.
All right. So back to this topic. All right. So now let me just give a quick recap because we done went off on some
Good.
claims by the Mosi warrior clan that I'm not even sure of what the claims are on that. I'm totally out of the loop on that. So I'm the wrong person. I'm the wrong person to ask.
I ain't say this. We ain't said I said that. I did that.
I'm the wrong person to ask that. I'm like me. My answers are from me and my studies, and I don't know. I haven't read where the Dogons claim in their cosmology to talk about Sirius B and C and all that. Nah, I know Sirius stopped that to the Egyptians. I know they definitely knew all about that. But anyway, so okay, so back to this, man. Now I gotta kind of catch up to where I was. Okay, no. All right, so here we go. So to pick up where I was, all right. So the whole point is just give some context. Again, is that this picture right here was claimed to be fake, and these are not the Egyptians, and so on and so forth. So where I left off at is that this is a reproduction by Carl Lepsius in his book, where he redraws one figure of the four groups of people in the tomb of Ramesses III, coming from the Book of Gates. All right. And I think you got to mute your mic, your background.
My fault. God damn, them kids in there balling. Balling. Hold on. Playing that financial.
Okay. All right. So that was the claim that this figure is not the Egyptians, the picture is fake and everything like that. All right. So I already went through on the other channel just now. I already went through showing where the word remech means people or mankind in the sense of human beings, but it wasn't referring to all human beings on the planet. It was specifically used by the Egyptians to refer to themselves. Similarly, the word ba into, or as we say, Bantu, and so on and so forth, it means people. All right, but specific people, the ancient Egyptians. So when we discuss the Egyptians, when we answer the question, what did the ancient Egyptians call themselves? They didn't call them Egyptians. They didn't call themselves Egyptians because that's coming from the Greek direction of Egyptos. They didn't refer to themselves as that. So the question is, what did the ancient Egyptians call themselves? And the answer to that question is the Remech. So because of that, scholars and everybody and their mother will refer to the Remech as the Egyptians. But the word literally means people or mankind, in the plural, men, in the sense of mankind, men and women. All right, that's why you see a seated woman next to the glyphs along with the kneeling man. Okay, so that's that. Now, what I wanted to do was, where I left off was, I'm going to show this to particular tomb because this is confusing people like Chief X who takes things out of context to make a point that he knows nothing about. So in the tomb of Ramesses III, What I showed before was from the tomb of Seti I. This is the same text in a different tomb. This is the actual tomb. And my point for showing this was to show how it's arranged. You have Heru here. You have 4 groups of Egyptians, and you see the name Remech in between them. And also, by the way, you see their name in the glyphs. And like I said, if somebody asks me, I could translate all the text that you see on the screen. And we can go, line for line. But just real quick, I'm gonna show you where the word Remech is in the text itself, and you see it right here. My arrow, and I'm gonna point this out to y'all. Let me see if I can blow this up. I want to make this as simple as I can. All right, here we go, blown up. I put my arrow back here. This blue arrow is pointing to the word Remech, and this is in the text. All right, the text is talking about Heru being speaking to what's called in this text the cattle of Ra, who are these 4 nations. Okay, he's speaking to all 16 figures, and he's standing in the back here. But anyway, right here is the name Remech. You see the mouth here, and I want y'all to walk with me. The mouth is right here. Notice the mouth right there. See the tethering rope right here? Notice the tethering rope right here. See the kneeling man with his arm extended right there? Kneeling man with his arm extended right there. See the seated woman? See the seated woman right there. It's faded. Now the colors on over here are faded a bit. Then you see the plural strokes right here. You see the plural strokes right there. So what the ancient Egyptian scribes did when they did these figures, they wrote the name out and spaced them out in between the figures. But in the text, it's spelled all together, the Remech. These are the ancient Egyptians, all right? So I just want to point that out. Another thing to point out in this picture is, I got scooted over, is that this text hits a wall, and then the rest of the text has to go on the other wall. So there's a 90-degree turn right here, all right? So scholars, when they redraw this or talk about it, discuss it, and write about it in their scholarly works, they're not going to draw a picture and then try to recreate a 90-degree turn on a flat sheet of paper. So what they do is they draw them all out like this and reproduce the glyphs on top like that. That's common. So for somebody to look at this reproduction and say it's Photoshop and fake is retarded. All right, that's number one. And that's what Chief X did. All right, he said that this picture right here is fake. Now, this is from a different tomb. So let's go to Ramesses III tomb. And before I do, this is the picture that Chief X pulled up. And Chief X pulled this picture up to make the claim, to try to refute Jonathan and say that these figures right here that you all are looking at are not the ancient Egyptians. He said that they are Nubians. He said, these are Nubians. That's what Chief X swore up and down. Even right now, he's probably still swearing up and down. These are Nubians. They're not Egyptians. Jonathan lied. He's making it up. Ujaru made it up and he's lying. And this is where he got it from, the Theban Mapping Project website. And that's the link to it. Y'all can take a screenshot, type it in, or whatever the case is. But I'm going to show you something that's going to just be real funny, and it's going to dagger Chief X's entire argument. So he's saying that these are Nubians. And the reason why he's saying it is because he can only Google. He can't read the glyphs or discern anything outside of just Googling and just swallowing whatever search results he has, right? So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you what the website says about these two pictures. All right, so let me see if I could share screen. Okay, so where's the Theban map? Where's the site? All right, here we go, right here. Okay, so can y'all see that? I know there's a delay on the YouTube side.
Nah, I can see it. Y'all just unmute it out. I can definitely see you clear.
Okay, all right. I might have to make it bigger. Let me see if I can make it bigger. All right,
make it a little bit bigger.
There we go. Okay, so now this is the website, the Theban Mapping Project. This is what Chief X pulled up on his stream. Okay, now notice it's the same picture I just used. Matter of fact, I just downloaded this picture and put it up on the slide to show y'all just a second ago. This is what this website says. It says Nubians of the 5th hour of the Book of Gates in the tomb of Ramesses III. They got the tomb right, but these are not Nubians. But Chief X believe it is because that's all he can discern, because he has no knowledge of any of this stuff outside of Googling. And I'm going to prove to y'all right now that these two figures are not Nubians. They're in fact Egyptians. All right. And this website has it wrong. All right. So just keep this in mind. This is the website. The website calls these two figures Nubians. All right. So let me unshare and let's commence to demonstration beating conversation. So let's come back to my screen. Can y'all see my screen again? With my arrow, y'all can see all this?
Sure can. You still good.
Okay. Now, so let's leave this picture for a moment. Let's pause. And I want to show you all this picture. This is the same picture on the left of the Theban mapping project, but it's coming from a different website. It's from Getty's Image, but it's the same picture. All right. But what I want to show you all is this picture right here. Now, this is a picture from the tomb of Ramesses III, the same tomb. And what the Theban mapping, first let's establish something. I want y'all to look at this glyph right here. There is, I'll scoot it down. There's the open mouth, the tethering rope, the kneeling man. This is the form of the kneeling man with his arms extended, the seated woman, and then the 3 strokes. I want y'all to pay, even if you don't know what these glyphs mean, just know what the glyphs are. Open mouth, tethering rope, kneeling man with his arms extended, seated woman, and 3 strokes. All in between these 4 figures. What does that spell out? This spells out the word remech, the remech. Okay? You got the mouth, tethering rope, seated man, woman, and plural strokes. So let me show you all the word remech so you can see it. So you have, just so you can see it, real clear. You have the tethering rope, you have the open mouth, the tethering rope, the kneeling man with his arms extended, the woman, and the 3 strokes. This right here spells the word remech. Okay? Just like it did in here. I showed it right here. See, same thing. The remech, the ancient Egyptians, right? Now, what people are calling Nubians, these are the glyphs for it right here. It's the Nehisiu. You have the Nehi bird, the twisted flax, the folded cloth, the quail chick, and the plural, the 3 strokes. And you can see it in the glyphs right here. The bird, the twisted flax, folded cloth, quail chick, and 3 strokes. All right. Now this is a different tomb, so I don't want to confuse you. This is from Seti, but I'm showing you the glyphs because I want, even if you don't, because I'm not trying to do a language class, but I want you to just know what the glyphs look like. All right, for the 2 different words. This is the word for the Egyptians. This is the word for the Nubians. Okay. There's no bird, so just do it this way. There's no bird in this word. So let's go back to the tomb. There's no bird in any of these glyphs. So these 4 figures are not the Nubians. These 4 figures are being called by the Egyptians themselves the remech, the ancient Egyptians. All right. Now, I'm going to point out a couple of things. Remember I told you in the text, you could see the word remech as well? Let's go to the text itself, the information above it. So I'll move this cursor here, this arrow here. You see this right here? The open mouth. I want y'all to follow me. The open mouth where the purple arrow is, open mouth where the red arrow is. You see the tethering rope where the purple arrow is, the tethering rope where the red arrow is. You see the kneeling man with the arm extended right there with the purple arrow, kneeling man with the arm extended right here. The squatting or kneeling woman, usually squatting, kneeling woman. The same, I'm matching the glyphs up for you all. 3 strokes, 3 strokes. So this right here is spelling out the name remech. all together. Right here, the scribe spaced it out. All right. So I hope that point has been made. This is talking about the ancient Egyptians. This is the Remech. It's not the Nehisiu, not the Nubians. So all 4 of these figures are the Remech. So when they draw this, they just took one of these figures. They just drew one, and they put all the glyphs together like how you see it right here. That's what the author did right here. They took the open mouth, the tethering rope, the kneeling man with the arm extended, the seated, this is actually a seated deity with a beard in this tomb, and the 3 strokes. That spells Remech. So that's accurate. That's correct. That's a direct reflection of what's in the tomb. I just showed y'all the tomb. This is it again. So now, here's the point. Let's go to the Nehisiu in this same tomb. Here is a picture of the tomb of Ramesses III, a more broader picture. Now, I blew this up, but I'm going to drag it around just so y'all can see. Let me see if I can make it smaller. I want y'all to see a little more fuller view of this section of the tomb. Let me shrink it up a bit because I want y'all to follow me. This is the same tomb. All right. Now, I got to go back to this picture. I want y'all to notice something. This is the Remech again. These are the 4 figures, but I want y'all to know something. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 figures. And guess what's in front of that figure? A wall. This is the corner of the wall again. The same thing that happened in the tomb of Seti I that I showed y'all earlier. This tomb right here. You see that wall right there? It's a corner. It's a different tomb, but the scribes faced the same situation. They ran into the wall. So what did they do? Like anybody else, they continue the text on the other wall. So you see a figure right there. You see a figure standing right here. That's the beginning of the Amu, the Asiatics. That's the first figure of the 4 for the Amu. All right, I just want y'all to notice that. So now I'm going to show you all more of the tomb. So now let's go to a wider shot of the tomb. So here's a wider shot of the tomb. This is the wall that they ran into. So it's a 90-degree angle right here where the ancient Remech are, then the wall, and then it goes this way. So here are those 4 figures. One figure is blocked by this glass bracket right here, this tan bracket. But it's supposed to be a figure right here. Then you have don't ignore this figure. This figure is a reflection of this because of the light. All right, this is glass. All right here, this is glass. But this is a figure. This is figure 2, 3, and 4. So it's 1 that you can't see, and then 2, 3, and 4. Guess who that is? That's the Amu. That's the Asiatics. How do we know? Because the glyphs spell out the name. The throw stick, the owl, the quail chick, plural strokes. All 3 of those spell Amu. Remember, throw stick, owl, quail chick, 3 strokes. So I'm going to show it to you where you can see it clear. Throw stick, owl, quail chick, and then 3 strokes. Spells Amu. I had it on this image too. The Amu. Throw stick, owl, quail chick, 3 strokes. That's these guys right here. These next set of 4. Okay? So I'm just showing y'all the comparison. So we're still in that tomb. So that's the Amu and a representation of them. Now in front of the Amu, let's go back to Seti's tomb. Seti's tomb, who is in front of the Amu? These are your Nubians. And it's spelled out Nehisi. You see that bird right there? These will be your Nubians, but this is Seti I tomb. Let's go to Ramesses III tomb and see where they are. Go back to the same picture, and guess what? Right in front of these Asiatics or Amu are the Nehisiu. That's the first figure, second, third, and fourth. Those are the 4 figures. Now I need to blow it up. So now let me blow it back up because I want y'all to see the glyphs as big as I can without it being blurry. All right, so here are those 4 figures. Move this out the way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And look what's in between them. Do y'all see that bird right there? That's the bird. That's the twisted flax right there. This is the folded cloth. It's a little damaged, but it's the folded cloth right there. And then over here is the other glyph, but it's blocked by this tan glass casing. And then you see the plural strokes right here. So remember, the bird, twisted flax, folded cloth, and you can't see this glyph, and then the three strokes. And I'm gonna go back to show you how it looks. So you have the bird, the twisted flax, folded cloth, quail chick, and three strokes. That's what we just saw. We just couldn't see the quail chick. The quail chick is blocked. All right. But look at those four figures. Those four figures look identical. Some damage, but it looks identical to these four right here. This is on the adjacent wall. So these are the Egyptians and these are the Nubians. But in this tomb, like all scholars say, they look alike. So it's true. And here's back to this picture. That's why on the reproduction, the Remich look like the Nehisiu, because that's accurate. So what Chief X is saying, because he went to the Theban mapping website and don't know any better, and he's stepping outside of his lane, he's calling these people the Nubians and that they're not Egyptians. Now here's where the ultimate dagger is, and this is going to be the point that I want to make, and then that's it. And that, anybody got a question about it? Cool. Now I want to point out some stuff to you. This picture is from the Theban mapping website. Now look at these two figures, right? Look in between the two figures. You see the squatting woman, or in this tomb, it's an actual seated deity with the deity beard. The royal beard right here. You see the royal beard right there and the squatting or seated deity? Then you see two of the three strokes. What's cut out is the third stroke, but this is three strokes right here. Seated deity with the beard, three strokes. Now let's go inside the actual tomb one more time. Over here, where the Nubians actually are, you see no seated deity. You see none of that stuff. No seated deity at all. Let me go back. I want to point out something. I want y'all to notice. Right in between these two figures, you see this word right here? That's the open mouth. That's the tethering rope. That's the kneeling man with his arm extended. That's the seated deity with the beard and the three strokes. What have I been telling y'all all night what this spell out? It spells out Remech, the Egyptians. But notice that this word is right in between these two figures. And then notice over here, you got, even if y'all don't know the word, I want y'all to recognize the glyphs. Remember these glyphs. You got the arm, you got a papyrus roll, you got three water ripples right here, and then you got a door bolt. Okay? I want y'all to play matchmaker with me now. Two figures, you got all those glyphs in between. Now, in this tomb, where I showed you how the Remich are, guess what? The website is using the image of two of the four figures of the Remich and not the Nubians, but calling them Nubians. How do we know that, Wujao? Well, guess what? That's the seated deity. That's the royal beard. That's the three strokes. But in the picture they have on the website, you can't see that third stroke. And look above, right in between these two figures, I would point out, look at it. The open mouth, the tethering rope, the man with the arm extended, the seated deity, the three strokes. Remember on this side, I said you got the arm, you got the papyrus roll, and the three water ripples. Remember I said that? I said memorize these glyphs. It's the same thing. And just to double check, see over here, behind this figure, you got this called an ak bird. That word right here spells aket. But you see this bird, it's a bird right here. And it's a raised bread loaf. Remember that. It's a bird and a raised bread loaf right here. Hold up. You took me off spotlight. Oh, no, you didn't. My fault. So you got Ak right behind his head, right? Now the point here is that these are the Egyptians. Let's go back to the Theban website picture. The Theban website. They're calling these Nubians, but they're in fact the Egyptians. Look behind his head. See behind his head? The Ankh bird, and it's cut off, but you can see that most of the Ankh bird and the raised bread loaf. So you're looking at the exact same thing. So the website made a mistake. And if the website made a mistake and people like Chief X who don't know nothing from nothing, they're just going to use it, and then they therefore are going to advance the mistake. Hold up. Okay. I don't know. If you spotlight me, it'll be bigger.
All right, hold on. You queued in though, ain't you?
We side to side. Now you got to put me on spotlight.
I mean, full screen right here? Oh, hold on.
Spotlight for everybody, I think. You had it. It's just that now me and you side by side, and it makes it smaller.
Is it right? Is this it?
I can't tell on YouTube yet. I'm saying because I want people to get this, because this is the last time me talking about this.
All right. I think that did everybody in the chat. Y'all see it? Do I got it right?
You had it full. You had it me spotlight where my screen, my thing was big. Right now, at least on YouTube right now. There you go. It popped up.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, I got it right. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. You got the full screen, bro.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, there we go. All right, so let me just finish and make the point.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat though, Sister Kaba. All right, where you at? I see the queens in here. Queen Cheetah, CK. This is a safe space for the sisters.
Peace to Sister Kaba, yo. Bring Sister Kaba on the drink.
Yeah, Sister Kaba, yo. This is a safe space over here.
Y'all great.
Safe motherfucking space, yo. Cuss the motherfucking sister out over here, yo, and see what you get around this motherfucker, yo. All day, every motherfucking day, nigga. Love the sisters, yo. Trust me when I tell you that, yo. Fuck that shit. Bitch ass Chief X. I love my motherfucking space right here. I blanked out for a minute. My fault.
All right, let me just get it. I'm almost done.
Questions on here, yo. We need some questions.
I'm almost done. Here, yo. Yeah, I'm almost done.
Egyptians is fucking white, non-African, nigga. We beating the brakes off you. Here's your time to come in with your corny DNA. Whatever you think you got, yo, I'm up for the motherfucking challenge.
Okay, let me just get this out. I'm almost done. Nice. So, all right. So, and I don't know if I think that everybody's seeing you. It's a delay. All right, there we go. All right. So, picking up where I was is what I'm doing. I'm showing you, and I'm demonstrating beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Theban mapping website, they made an error. They're using this picture because I took this picture from their site. They're using this picture, but the caption under the picture is Nubians of the 5th hour of the Book of Gates, or whatever the case is. They're identifying these two figures as Nubians, and this is why Chief X swears up and down that Jonathan lied and the one he shows a fake, and that he found that this is Nubians. He don't know any better. He can't read these glyphs up here to see clear as day. It says Remech up here. And if this picture wasn't cropped, which I have the full picture, which is right here, it tells you Remech. This is the same scene. So let me show you what the Theban mapping project did. I'm gonna crop it just like how they did. They got that right there. They cut off one of the strokes. They got it right there. This is cropped to about right there. And then the top is cropped about right here, somewhere around there. That's what you're looking at. That's what the Theban map. Matter of fact, let me grab the Theban mapping picture and put it side by side. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do you all a favor. See, that's the Theban maps version, and this is what y'all just now witnessed me crop the fuller picture right before your eyes. This is the same exact scene. These are really the Remech here. That's the same scene. Look at the damage. See the damage right here? Oh, where my arrows go? Where my trusty arrows go? Here we go. You see the damage to the wall right here? Same damage right here.
Yeah, we call it the crop 'em ship, right? It's when the Europeans got control over websites, yo, they crop 'em ship and say what the hell they want to say. That's why it's a need for our goddamn black scholars.
Yeah.
All right?
So now,
Crop
so
'em.
now look, look at the glyphs. See the door bolt right here, the door bolt right here. Now we can go side by side. The three water ripples. But y'all saw me crop this picture. This picture is what they have on the site. They're calling these Nubians, but I just showed and demonstrate that these are not Nubians. These are the ancient Egyptians. These are the Remech. All right. So this is a classic case of what happens when people step outside of their lane and don't know anything about the subject, don't study the subject, but then want to go on live streams and argue with people about the subject that they do not understand and may not even have an interest in. And I don't blame people for not having interest in, but don't go around running your mouth and trying to argue. And so what I'm showing is that Chief X is all the way wrong. What Jonathan showed was all the way correct and right. And that any ramblings going on from Chief X about it is to be completely disregarded and thrown in the trash. All right. But let me just do y'all another favor and then I'm done. Here's the tomb, like I showed y'all, of the four Nubians here, the four Asiatics. Now you can see all four because the glare is not there. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. You see the curve in the wall, the 90-degree turn, and now you can see the Egyptians right here. Notice the fourth one you can't see. You see 3 of the figures. Notice these 3 figures look like these figures over here. So this is the tomb. And that's how the tomb looks. This is the actual picture from a photograph from the tomb. All right, just so y'all can see a more wider shot. Here's another shot of the tomb and another shot. These are the Chimehu. These are the Libyans. 1, 2, and the third one right here, and the fourth one is out of the crop picture. Here's another picture. Those are the Nubians right there. I'm showing you multiple angles of this. All right. And so I just wanted to drive those points home to let everybody else know, stop listening to people who don't do this kind of work and want to argue and are not able to demonstrate and show, support for the claims that they're making. Nothing Chief X said in his video was correct. Absolutely nothing. Everything from the word Remech. He says that Afrocentrists made up the word to mean Egypt. No. Or Egyptians. Nope. The Egyptians in this particular tomb are not are really the Nubians, and so on and so forth. So everything was wrong. So the Theban mapping website had it wrong, and that's the only point I wanted to really address tonight. So that's pretty much it. So hopefully everybody understood. So I'm gonna look at the chat. I want to know from the chat if y'all followed me and get it. Y'all understand. Because if y'all understand, then my job is done, and I'm not gonna be bringing this up like this anymore unless somebody asks me a specific questions. There you go. So hold on, let me. Do you get it?
But come on, Ben got the shit 10 years ago, dog. I know Ben. That's excellent. I'm saying it's a full circle understanding of why it's just the 2 figures right there. All right, when they cropped it out. You can see the glyphs right here, right? What everybody should have learned is how to read what the is right there. I could identify the Remech right there. So whenever I see that glyph right there, I understand that the glyph. All right. Is that a male and a female right there, or just what? What is that 2 right there? What you consider that?
Right here, where my arrow is.
What is that?
Yeah, and this one is a stylized kneeling man with his hand out, and then it's a seated deity with the beard.
Okay. All right. So there you go. So whatever it is, it's the same thing, right? I call it the crop out ship, right? And we don't gotta trust people. We don't gotta trust your websites and shit. Who made that website, right? What they should have had was the argument, right? The argument they want to have against that tomb right there. Which I told you. So I don't want to hear nobody come back and like, oh, they tried. Nah, nigga. Nah. Right, but you got to show with the with the people of that time showed. It's just that simple. It's in the Ramesses III temple. Ain't nobody fuck with that. That's not the black algae made that up. No. And he said that shit with confidence, and motherfuckers act like he really had something, man. Niggas then forgot about who the fuck the Ra squad was, yo. Niggas then forgot about the motherfucking real black atheists. Everybody straighten the fuck up, yo. This shit gonna get this. The nigga is surrounded, yo. He's surrounded, bro. Right? Matter of fact, he going out on his sword, yo. He wants us to stand over top of him, yo, and finish him off with the scholarship, dog. He won't go out like a hero.
Let me show one more. Let me show one more thing. And this will seal it up real quick. I just want to show the where the reproduction can be found. It was back on my screen. So here is the actual original reproduction from Carl Lepsius' book. This is an actual screen shot of Carl Lepsius' book that I have. And so you see all these representations. And so what I showed you earlier is just a crop portion from this book right here. And by the way, this is an extra bonus for y'all. Check out the Diop in his on page 66 of his Civilization or Barbarism. He actually puts the same picture in his book. And he labels these figures A, B, C, and D, and then he calls them. He says A, which is the Remich, the Egyptians as seen by themselves. He says black type. B, it's the Amu, but Diop calls them the Indo-European. C, the Hesiu, he says the other blacks of Africa. And then D, the Chimehu, he says the Semite. Now, I did a video 3 years ago correcting this. And so, yes, I corrected Diop on this respectfully, where Diop is incorrect by calling this Chimehu as the Semites, but these are really the Libyans. All right. And the Amu are really the Asiatics. Anybody can look up these glyphs, look up in any dictionary and see that the Amu are the nomadic desert dwellers, aka people from the Orient, aka Asiatics, the West Asians, the people from the Levant. That's who those people are. They're not Indo-European. And then the Hesiu are people who live south of Egypt. He has, the others blacks in Africa. All right, so just want to make that clear. So this picture has been used over and over again. And here's another picture from Carl Lepsius' work where he shows the tomb of Seti I. All right, where you have Heru, 4 Egyptians, 2 of the Amu, and then that's where the wall is. So they break the picture up and show the rest of them on top.
Yeah, that nigga be that motherfucking wrong, yo. It's a fucking amazing.
And like I said, if anybody want to come on here and read the glyphs with me, hey, by all means, we could read these glyphs right here at the top, and we could find out what's really, really good on this Book of Gates, the 5th hour of the Book of Gates, and see watch everybody get quiet. See, when you start saying, all right, let's read, let's show on the spot, let's read the glyphs, people be all quiet and shut up. And this goes for people who claim to be studying Nile Valley civilization as well. All right, anyway, so I'm done up.
Okay.
Hey, Geechee Gullah, what you think about Sirius B, man? What you think about?
Oh man, we trying to talk.
I'll let you get your whole shit out, John. I'm back, nigga. What the fuck that? Hey Gullah. Nah,
what's good with it?
What you think about Dogon knowing about Sirius B, yo?
I don't know. I mean, shoot. Stars and shit move though. Like Sirius B probably wouldn't even stay in position that it is today. Or either they were just looking at Venus. It probably wasn't even that particular star system. Probably just looking at the brightest thing they seen in the damn sky at the time.
But do you think the Dogon? I didn't mean to get you off. I know you're looking for something right now. Do you think they understood astrophysics? Like they was putting the math together and all that?
No, not to the degree that we know today. Hell no.
Okay, cool. I think that's kind of the same what Wujao was saying, but he said he didn't know, so I'm gonna accept that, Wujao. I didn't mean to come at you crazy earlier. I'm gonna accept that too.
Yeah. I just don't know. Like that's how I am when I study something. If I ain't study it, I'm say I don't know.
Yes,
I'll get back to you on it.
But if somebody come out and just be like, "Yo, they knew,"
they're gonna get back to you on it. That's all you can take.
true
Yeah,
indeed. But
man up, make his mind. I done studied. No, hell no, they ain't know.
But if somebody come out and just be like, yo, they knew about it, then it's like, yo, you made a straight statement that they knew about it, right?
Yeah, I would ask them if somebody told me that the Dogons knew, I would ask that person to demonstrate it. Just like anything, if they told me that
and if they say they can't,
Dogon,
if they say they don't know how they knew, then what would you say about that?
Yeah, if they can't demonstrate the support for the claim, then the claim falls it falls to the wayside. That's how we're built. Period. But that goes for everything.
I appreciate you for that.
That goes for everything.
Hey, look, that's all I wanted you to say right there.
Yeah, but that's a standard. Like hopefully I'm not the only one that say that. Everybody should be saying that. If you make a claim,
that's what I thought.
If you make a claim out your mouth or on paper, you got to be prepared to support it. That's like me accusing you of stealing, Kent. If I can't demonstrate it, then I'm at fault for making a claim or accusing you.
You pretty much settled with that. Whatever you just said earlier, you just pretty much settled that. I'm good with that.
Yeah. So I don't make the claim that the Dogons knew about Sirius B. I don't know enough.
No, I know you don't. Like you know what I mean? I understand.
But they did. Well, I know the ancient Egyptians understood Sirius. Everybody see that.
Yeah, so I'm saying I done read enough.
Wait, Kent. You
I ain't. Go ahead. Do you?
No. I'm saying are you saying that the Egyptians didn't understand Sirius?
Yeah, you know that.
I'm not saying none of that. I don't know what you're talking about right now. What you talking about?
Series A.
I'm saying Sirius, the star Sirius. Yes, I guess it would be
A.
A. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everybody can see Series A.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We straight.
But when a person said they understood the binary star, like they understood A and B, that's when it's a problem. It's like,
but let me ask you a hypothetical question. So I want to underscore hypothetical. All right.
Fine hypothetical, please.
Now, so this is a made up scenario just for the sake of me asking you this question, Kent. What if the ancient Egyptians talked about the star Sirius, right? Mm-hmm. Today we put a letter next to them. We say Sirius A, B, C, but to them they just call it Sirius, right? And they're talking about that star. All right. Now suppose we find in a text that the name for Sirius that they give it, which is the word Sapdet. Mm-hmm. Now suppose in a text the Egyptians talk about Sapdet having a twin. Mm-hmm. What would you then think that the Egyptians are running through the Egyptians' mind by calling a star a twin, having a twin? Like in the language they have Sapdet and then Sapdet's twin.
I would want to find out what they were talking about.
Okay, I can deal with that. Cool.
Yeah, all right. I mean, and if they accurately describe the way they came up with the conclusion that there was a twin star, then I would accept that. No problem.
Well, suppose you don't find any literature to explain how they knew, but yet they name a single star as a twin to something else that's there. Like what would you walk away with?
I would still be what's the word?
Nigga clock right twice a goddamn day anyway. That don't mean a nigga.
Yeah, I would still question it. You know what I mean? And I would just leave it there. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. Would you be? I'm saying, would you be a little peculiar? Like, would you be like a little curious? I would cross off all the check boxes first. I'd be like, well, who did they come in contact with? Could this person have told them that there was something there?
No, I'm talking about ancient Egyptians. I'm not talking about modern.
Right. Yeah, if it's on the walls, like if it's dated back before the time of telescopes and
ancient. That's what I'm saying.
Ancient. Yeah, cool. All right, then they might have do something.
No, okay, but
but if they came in contact, if by the time we know about it, and they had come in contact with people that actually already knew this information, then I would question it.
Yeah, that don't apply to ancient Egyptians because they stopped before all that. So what? So but the reason why I asked you that question, I just want to see where your next step would be if if right now we assume that the ancient Egyptians could not have possibly known about Sirius B, which would be the safe assumption, but then we read some Egyptian texts that are thousands of years old, but yet whenever they mention Sirius, not by that name, but the name Sopdet, but they talk about Sopdet as having a twin, a close twin.
Is this a true thing, or this is a hypothetical?
No, I still say hypothetical.
Still hypothetical. Okay.
Yeah,
let the people in the audience, because they think you talking about some real shit.
No. I was clear. I said I'm gonna underline the word hypothetical and everything. So no, but I only asked you those questions just to see what your next step would be. If you
there would be solid. Because then we could have some solid evidence at they got a twin star that they observed some kind of way.
Would that pique your curiosity? They're like, whoa, like hold up, what they
it will pique it, but I would still cross off the check boxes like, okay, who did they come in contact with? Who was talking to them during this time, or who might have been able to give them this information?
Okay, yeah,
I wouldn't just think they got magical eyes and they could see shit that they ain't see.
You would, I wouldn't expect you to do that. I just want to know if you would be at least like to further investigate like that. That would be like a pause moment. Like, wait a minute, like we got to look more into this.
All right, let me ask some goddamn questions, Joe, before we let what's come. Y'all see this work right here, right? Y'all know I love these books, man. The Aridity, Change, and Conflict in Africa. All right. By Hendricks and Burt Institute. Hendrick Burt Institute. This is serious homework right here, yo. So I'm gonna ask you a question, Wuja. Can y'all see this? See? Oh, hold on. Wait, I gotta get you. Let me unpin you because I don't think they can see it. Hold on, Woo.
Yeah, you gotta take me off spotlight.
Spotlight. Hold on, how I do this shit. Now you all spotlight now? Let me see.
Just remove spotlight.
Did I do it? Remove pen first. All right. Okay, we can see that, right? Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Y'all see the now?
Yeah.
Correct? Y'all see the brown circles, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's read and see what this is. Governor know where I'm at with this. I just want to see. That's all the way up and down and now, right? Well, we sure. All right. It says, we talking about tools of the hunt, arrowheads, and lithic assemblages. Okay. Small arrowheads, large arrowhead, large points. So these circles, these white circles represent large points, and the white with the black in it, right? Telling you it represents small arrowheads. But that's all up and down and now. All right. Right? What I've come to realize, right, is that most people be stuck right here on and out, but they never look out in the desert areas because the desert areas wasn't even desert areas, right, for long periods of time. Even if they was, you still got archaeological sites in there on both sides, right? And so if you want to come get me, nigga, you're going to have to study both sides of the Nile. You can't just be stuck on that motherfucking river like this, thinking you can fuck with me in any types of conversation. So the reality is, like, there's a rule of thumb. Never debate motherfuckers is not your equal, yo. Like, Chief X is not my equal in this conversation of archaeology and genetics. Got too many dudes around me, you know what I'm saying, that clearly understand genetics and clearly understand Egypt. Too many motherfucking resources. I love to talk about archaeology. I'm glad that we all woke now around this motherfucker. I've been talking about this shit for the last 10 years now. I'm glad we're all woke now. Now we dig into the archaeological records, tool assemblages. So we would have to have a conversation is, why is these niggas sharing tools? Why is they sharing pots? Now, I'm not saying that a pot, right, makes a fucking person, but you can tell the pots and what persons they was made by. Not saying that pots represent people. I'm simply saying that certain people use certain pots. That's why we know we got some pots from Mesopotamia and Egypt. Some type of trade and commerce. We don't deny that. But the overwhelming bits of information, bits of pots and grindstones, right, was shared by early peoples before they decided to form, right, which Europeans call, quote unquote, civilizations. Right. And we can argue about that term civilization because Europeans coined that word and they decided what were civilizations and what not. Simply, when you talk about a civilization, you're simply talking about powerful men, governments, men powerful with money, right? Develop a system of trade and commerce. They get more money, right? They develop an army and things of that nature. That's all you really talking about. Or they develop a government around these powerful men or women. That's all we're really talking about. So that gets real murky, right? Because we could talk about mega cultures in the Sahara. We can talk about the mixing and matching of human population, which shouldn't come as a surprise for those who actually study biological human evolution. Charles Darwin's work is the foundation of modern biology. So when we talk about that, then it brings into flourishing a whole different type of conversation. So to say that there is no race is not trying to change the fucking conversation. The point is never acquiesce to a faulty premise. Really, y'all, what's the faulty premise? The faulty premise is it was created by the racist white supremacists. Glidden, Knox, Breasted, Morton, that there was a race. They drew that line. That y'all call that bullshit subterranean line. They drew that line. And they said everything below that line is the Negroes, and everything above that line is the great white race. This is an environment that Sheikh Diop's Phil Banger and Walter Rodney came into in fucking 1974. Clear up to 1996, Europe, Egypt, Middle East was considered white. Yeah. So that shit ain't changed. 1996, they still talking that shit. Right now, 2022, Wuja breaks out the website and they still playing that game. Thank goodness for the black scholars, right? They say, well, wait a minute, it's the Nile Valley. Thank goodness for that. So Chief Stupid X actually did a video, pulled up because he's a Wikipedia guy for real. I ain't knocking Wikipedia. I like it. Start with Wikipedia, but you end in the fucking journals and you end in the archaeological surveys and all that. Right? This is the format I've been using for years. So I can sit and have a conversation with a geologist. I can sit and have a conversation with an archaeologist. I can go to major museums and have a conversation with the curators. That ain't nothing to do if you understand what the fuck you talked about. And I'm certain Wuja can do the same thing. These things have not changed. But I tell you what, now Val, instead of giving the brothers credit for putting together a term called the Nile Valley, instead of giving the brothers and sisters big ups for calling it Kemet, which is really the name, and then Wuja can give you the date when that shit came in, because that one called that for a minute. But it definitely wasn't called Egypt. See, Egypt brings in Egyptomania. Egypt brings in the Great White Race. Egypt brings in all kinds of things. These terms are problematic. The Mediterranean is problematic in today's Egyptology. Oriental Institute or Oriental Studies. Oriental Institute was started by Breasted. These term is problematic. We're not in the fucking Orient somewhere, and we sure as hell ain't in Asia when we talking about Egypt. The Levantian civilization, Mediterranean. No, these terms are problematic. Sub-Saharan Africa, it's a problematic racist term, and they did it to take Egypt out of Africa. They duly admitted that in 1974 at the Cairo Symposium, that there really wasn't a place for race. Cambridge is up to speed because of the work of the Black scholars, and we all laughed and joked, ha, ha, ha. Now we realize that Sheikh Anta Diaz will be in the Met, which is one of the largest museums in the world in New York. He will be there. They don't put garbage and trash in the fucking Met. Last time I checked, Chief X, that just doesn't happen. So for us not to talk about and relate to the climate of racism that actually nurtured and formed the opinions of human beings from the 1800s, it's ridiculous to leave that out. This has nothing to do with crime racism. Oh, they just used the race card. No, not really. The actual study was based off of scientific racism. The fact that you look at a map and call these people Nubians, that's the racism. Oh, what you talking about? It ain't even that hard and complicated. I'm telling you that the people never called themselves Nubians, right? Nor Egyptians. Those terms are anachronisms. Simple.
Yeah. It's confusing. It makes the shit confusing.
No, it make the other side win. It's a good one. See, that's a good confusion. Yeah, it take us out the game. Yeah, like the Mediterranean. Yeah, it put Mesopotamia started. That's breasted. Yo came in with the invading race theory, yo. Like y'all didn't know that? You didn't know that come on, man. No, man. Look, listen, man. Listen, man. Rising, man. He digging. This nigga uncovered the forts, right? And he just said they was fucking forts like it was a real boundary. Those boundaries didn't exist. Right?
No, they sure didn't. You don't get Nubian. You don't even get Nubian until you get the Roman period. They call upper Kemet, upper Egypt Nubia. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot that need to happen with the conversation, man. I just want to shout out the Black scholars that went before us, Dr. Ben. Oh, he a Black guy. Nah. Now you can start to see, right? If you're using terms like Mediterranean, if you're using terms like Asian studies, if you're using terms, you know what I'm saying, like that, man, that's not what the young dudes, men and women, is trying to do in Egyptology. Now it's a fight in Egyptology now. White boys, right? African Americans, right? They got them doctorate degrees. I'm gonna let y'all in a little secret. Nubiantology, Egyptology is fucking problematic. It's a problematic term. The Black pharaohs in Egypt, the Nubians, the Black, that's double problematic. Because if you're saying the Black pharaohs, then what the fuck was everybody else? Trickery, see? Top-notch trickery. Nubiantology. I'm gonna tell you right now, right? This is a little tidbit for y'all. Just paying close attention. Did you know that a person that is classified a Nubiantologist can actually study Nubia and never go to Nubia? I'm gonna say this again. They can actually stay in Egypt for their whole career, right? And never go to Egypt and study Nubia. How? Go ahead, Gullah Geechee, where you at? Well, I see you got something on the screen too there, Smash. I mean, whoop.
What's up with it? What's up with it, y'all? Yeah, I was gonna say that, yeah, because even you even had like with the term Nubia, you even had the people, of course you had Nilo-Saharan, but the people that even called the Nubian Sea Group, they was Afro-Asiatic speakers, people of Lower, so-called Lower Nubia. You had different type of people and different demographics there. It wasn't just one group or it wasn't just dark skinned people that people just think.
Yeah, I got this on the screen. Is to support what some of what Unc is saying is that
Yeah,
the term Nubian is part of the problem, and we got to really just toss it in the trash because the Nubian that people think they're talking about is not the Nubian that where the reality reflects. And so the ancient Egyptians never referred to their southern neighbors as Nubians. They referred to everybody south of them as people who lived in a region they called Nehisiu or Nehisi, and they called referred to as Ta Nehisi. The word Ta means the region, a geographical region, and so that region was called Nehisi. So they say Ta Nehisi, and within that region, they had several groups of people. They had the Wawet, the Yam, the Magi, and so on and so forth. And I can show a list of everybody that lived down there that the Egyptians were aware of and had dealings with, but none of them were called Nubians. And so once we get that out the way, then if we're gonna use the word Nubian, we got to use it properly because the Nubians would be the Egyptians themselves who lived in southern Egypt, which we know is Upper Egypt because of the elevation, but in southern Egypt, from Kom Ombo down to the Second Cataract. And so what happens in modern times, people don't know to differentiate a geographical territory from a place from people. So for example, the term Middle East is simply a geographical territory or region that we name it Middle East. But that territory consists of multiple countries. You got Israel, Syria, Iraq, Kuwait, Iran, Saudi Arabia, whatever. That whole area is within this region we call the Middle East, but it's composed of several countries. So Nubia in modern times, Nubia, there's no country called Nubia. Nubia is simply a geographical territory, but guess where it is? It overlaps southern Egypt and northern Sudan. But it's an imaginary geographical region. So when people say Nubia or the Nubians are the or Nubia is the mother of ancient Egypt, that is 100% accurate because ancient Egypt, prior to becoming a state polity, a unified country, prior to the dynastic periods, the genesis of everything that we come to know and love about ancient Egypt has its genesis in that geographical territory that we now call Nubia. And that consists of Custul, um, um, the archaeological site called Nakada, on down to Custul, and then further down into the cataracts and so on, right in that general area. And I can show a map later. That's
and
where
and the Badari too. The Badari even upper Kimmy too, all in that same region.
Yeah, and see those names, Badarian, Gershon, Nakada, and all of those are archaeological names
Yeah, just archaeological terms for tools and stuff,
yeah,
toolkits. But the people, you know what I'm saying, the people were, you know what I'm saying, it was different people with different tribes, but you might have the same people using different tools. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So but I'm only pointing out the archaeological terms versus what we find in text versus whatever, So Nakada is an archaeological label for the region that the Egyptians called Nubit. And the word Nubit it goes into the word Nub, which means gold. So it was a city of gold or gold town.
Yeah,
It's where they developed gold in that city. But archaeologists call that area however many square feet or miles or whatever, they call it Nakada. And then they break up the sections, Nakada 1, 2, 3, etc. Same thing they do with Custul and that area. They got Nubian A, B, and C groups. and they call them that, but we can't get too caught up on what they're calling it unless we're going to match it up with the records and the material culture itself. So that's why the kingship and the administration, the actual writing system, and everything about Egypt that we now love came from that area. So it is a fact that that Nubia, that area, not a Nubian person, never called that, but that people in that area are the progenitors of the ancient Egyptian kingdom that we come to know and love. And that's what people gotta understand and accept. And that's what the archaeological record shows, the material culture shows that, the text show that, and even doing linguistic work, it shows that. That's just the bottom line. So what I'm showing on the screen, though, is to speak to what Unc brought up. What these scholars did intentionally, I mean, this was a full-on effort.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to carve Egypt out of being associated with Africa. Mm-hmm. Now they couldn't do it physically, obviously, because Egypt is on the continent. But in all of scholarship and all virtual material, they pulled Egypt out of Africa and grouped it into the Middle East in its whole Semitic paradigm and the biblical archaeological paradigm. That's why there's tons of works on biblical archaeology that connects Egypt, and they always doing comparisons with Egypt. And so what Breasted and all his folks and his contemporaries did, they called everybody south of Egypt blacks. But they didn't use the word blacks, they used the word negro, and that's what's on the page. This page, what I'm showing on my screen is a page out of Budge's book. So this is during the early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s, when all this was kicking off. It actually started when Egyptology kicked off. But you can see on the screen the word Nehisi. He's translated as Negroes. Now we know the word Negro means black. So if we were to translate this another time to word black, he's saying Nehisi are black. So he's telling people that the word Nehisi means black. And then look at the land, the toponym. He's saying that it means black land. Now here's a jab to people who claim that Kemet means black land. So Budge is telling you that Nehis means black land, because the word Negro, we clearly understand in Spanish and French, negro means black. So he's saying that Nehis as a place means black land. And the people there are the blacks. So the same argument people are trying to make about the word Kemet, Budge is making that same argument for the word Nehis and Nehisi. The black people and the black land, or the land of blacks. You see how the game is played? And so what happened is, and I'm gonna show this real quick, so just bear with me. This is coming from Archaeology Miscellaneous. You can see the citation there, so y'all can screenshot it if you want to do further research. But in the footnotes of this text on page 419, you'll see that it says the country of Wawat, right, is situated in Ethiopia. Now, when this text says it's situated in Ethiopia, it's not talking about the country of Ethiopia. It's talking about the Greek version of Ethiopia, which is everything south of Kemet, which Ethiopia comes from the Greek word Ethiops, which means the burnt surface. Okay, dark surface. People say dark face, but it's a dark surface or something. It says to the east of the modern town of Korosko. It is mentioned in the inscription of Una, but it's really Winnie, line 16, where it describes as Negro land. See, Wawat is a place within what he's calling Negro land. See, Wawat Nehes, which means Wawat of, and he's saying of Nehisiu, the blacks. Now, I just want to show y'all that. So he's pointing this out in the footnote. Now, I want to show you where this is in the text. This is what he's talking about. This is the inscription of Una, but it's really Winnie. And you're going to see, I want to point out these glyphs right here. You see the water ripple, the twisted flax, the folded cloth, and then 3 seated figures with a feather on their head. Even if you don't know what it means, because I'm not trying to give a language lesson, just memorize how this looks, right? Water ripple, twisted flags, folded cloth, 3 seated figures. In front of it is a place. So you're gonna see a place name, and then this set of glyphs. You're gonna see a place name, that set of glyphs, same set. Place name, that same set of glyphs. Place name, and the same set of glyphs. You see what's going on here? They translate this as Negroes. I just showed you that. See, right here. Negroes. See the same set of glyphs? Water ripple, twisted flags, folded cloth, and 3 things. They translate as Negroes. So guess what they're doing? Oh, I lost my spot. Here you go. So they're saying jam, which is this word jam, of the Negroes. This is a place. And then you see imam, Negroes. There's another place. Then you say wawat, Negroes. Then you say kau, Negroes. So we got 4 places in the land of Negroes. All this is south of Kemet. And then you further down, you see Cham, and you don't see Negroes there. And I can keep going. The point I'm making is that scholars have called these Negroes. Now, what happened is all they did was they swapped the word Negro for the word Nubian.
Right.
So look at the equation. Nahis is the original word, Nahisi, or Nahisiu as a people. Nahisi is the original word. They translate that as Negro, which means black. So you put Nahisi equals Negro, and then Negro equals black, and then black equals Nubian, because they just swapped the word Negro for Nubian. So they set up the equation to make Nahisi equal Nubian, but we forgot that in between all that, they were trying to say that those are the blacks. And that's the trick, because they did that to separate the Egyptians from being black or from the rest of Africa by doing this. And that's how the game started, and that's how the game's played, and people are falling for it to this very day. And so that's what I'm saying. I don't use the word Nubian. I only use it in air quotes, so people can plug into what I'm saying. But I don't recommend using it, and I don't use it. I call them the Nehisiu, like they supposed to.
Exactly.
Like here are names of the people that Egyptians were familiar with. There's a list of them. I know it's probably small, y'all can't read it, but I got all these names right here. So you see Kash, that's Cush. Wawat, that's Enta Nehisi. Kit Nefer, you have Majau, which is the Magi. Nehisi right there. Shahinu, the Libyans. Keftiu, the Cretians. Nehut, I believe that's the Syrians. Jahi, Kananu, that's the Canaanites right there. Amu, Asiatics. Aper, which is a Haparu. People want to say it's the Hebrews. The Retinue, Kebin, Kepni, Remnin, Isesir, Machani. This is Machani, or Machin. They say Matani. The Shit, but it says Shetet. The Khata, which are the Khata, I believe, is the Hittites. Senger are the Babylonians. So these are the original names of all of Egypt's neighbors. And I ran out of room, it's more, but that's that. That's what we need to do, is pair that up and then keep the conversation on that level. That way, be no confusion. We don't have to worry about where Egypt started. It started from the south. It didn't come from the Levant. It didn't come from none of those places. It came from the south. Everything points to that it came from the south. Period. Everything about Egypt, not people, because the Nile Valley was populated from multiple directions as human beings, but Egypt, what Egypt became, and the Egyptians and what they represent, their nationality and their culture, it came from the south.
The bureaucracy of the state of Egypt.
Exactly. The state apparatus. Exactly. The administrative body, the writing system. The oldest part of the Egyptian writing system is found from Abju in the tomb Uj down to Kustal area near Aswan and the southern border. The oldest attestation of actual writing. I'm not talking about pictorial writing, cave art, and all that stuff that people mistake for writing. The actual writing, where you can recognize grammatical features of morphemes and the conjunctions and syntax, because grammar is really morphology and syntax combined. Once that's recognizable, now you have a visual representation of speech. That's what writing is. That started in the South.
Yeah, it's even today a Abija clan. I think a lot of them went extinct, but it once was like a Abija clan that called itself Kamhat Bashari, and the Kamhat is a difference. That's another dialect variant of Kemet, and it's spelled Qamhat.
Okay. Just real quick, let me just show this map real quick. This is a map of Egypt with an overlay of the Egyptian names of the various different nomes and cities that could fit on it. And so it's big, and I got to scroll through it. Otherwise, I make it too small. You can't read it. So this is Lower Kemet. And it's only called Lower Kemet because of elevation. So it's at sea level. So that's low. Upper Kemet is higher elevation. That's why we call it upper. But the original name, the indigenous name, is Ta Shema'u for Upper Kemet and Ta Mehu for Lower Kemet. And
real quick though, real quick, y'all
okay,
gotta knock it off in the chat room, man. Don't be deleting people comments, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, man. If Chef come in here, let that man talk, man. Yeah, don't do that, yo. Let him have his say, yo. If y'all can go back and forth, everybody just go back and forth, yo. Y'all can't be deleting motherfuckers' comments out the thing. That's bull.
They disrespecting Chef in the chat, yo. I'm gonna just be real.
That's bullshit, yo. Don't do that, yo. Don't do that over here.
It's the cheetah girl, yo.
Yeah, hey, cheetah, check this out, shorty. You gotta knock that off, yo. Like, I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect you. Don't disrespect that man, yo. Let that man say what he say. He ain't gonna use no foul language against you, yo. Yeah, everybody got chill, yo. Like, come on, yo. Like I'm saying, yo, we being divided, yo. It's gonna fuck us over, yo. Like we can't do that, yo. Yeah, don't disrespect that man. Like, let that man, you know what I mean? Let that man do what he gotta do, yo. We ain't delete nobody comments out. You know what I'm saying? Family fight, niggas get mad. So what? We ain't deleting niggas comments out the chat. That ain't how I operate over here, the Real Black Atheist. Let a nigga get his say. You know what I'm saying? Let him get that shit off, yo. But we ain't doing that. We ain't taking a person right to speak away from him, yo. That's the bullshit, yo. Not unless you start that Chief X shit, then he done. Yeah, he done. But all that, man, don't do that. Don't do that to Chef, yo.
Hey, Sean. Hey, tell Sean to come on the panel, yo.
Man, I don't feel like arguing over that Dogon shit, yo. Sign spoke on that already, yo. I don't got to argue on that, yo.
I mean, he's saying niggas is fools and shit. Like, I mean, Wu Zhao just killed him. You know what I'm saying?
Listen what I'm saying.
What is he holding on to at this point?
Listen what I'm saying.
Blackology at the end of the day.
Listen what I'm saying, Kent. Science has spoken, yo. We ain't make no claims on that. Like Wu Zhao say, right? That, yeah, I mean, he ain't did the work on it. I did the homework. I do like I always do, yo. I support the experts, right? I look at both sides of the argument. I've been doing this for years. So I don't gotta keep arguing about the Dogon. I'm gonna do a fresh show on that. Bring out all the evidence for it and all the evidence against it, and we're gonna see what we got. I don't gotta argue with niggas over that. Like, I am confident in science being able to tell that story. Just like I am confident in science to be able to tell the story of the Nile Valley and the people on the Nile Valley. I'm confident that modern academia is using Nile Valley, right? And so once again, I big up the people that came before us, that fought for that terminology. Now they want to do it. See, that's how it works in this country, yo. Yeah, the motherfuckers shoot you down, and then you fight, then they get it.
Hey, let's upgrade, Unc, real quick. We got to stop saying Nile Valley. Big up to the people who started saying it, but we got to advance. It's not Nile Valley. It's Nile Valley and Delta. Because when people say Nile Valley, they're cutting out the other part of Kemet. Remember, Ancient Egypt at all times is its entire life's existence always saw itself as a duality. They called it Tawi. The word Tawi is the dual form of the word Ta. Ta means land or region. So Egypt, the Egyptians conceived in their mind, their kingdom was a unification of two things. And so if we're going to keep that tradition, which we should, then instead of saying Nile Valley, we should say Nile Valley and Delta, because the valley represents one part and the Delta represents the other part. So we should say Nile Valley and Delta civilization now. So that's an expansion of what the scholars have been saying. So that's what I've been advocating for years, Nile Valley and Delta, because I'm showing the Delta on the screen. That's not the valley right there. That's the Delta. The valley is Tashma'u. The Tamehu, the word Mehu means to submerge. It means to be low, something submerged. And that's the area. That's why they called it Tamehu. It was the marshland. It was the sea level part that was prone to be more moist, more water, more plentiful, and so on and so forth. That's the low level. Shema'u is the narrowness part. That's the valley. Everybody know what a valley is. Okay, so the Nile Valley is different from the Delta, and so we got to say both. I'm being stickler, but I know people be like, "Oh man, that's just whatever." But no,
we just get to the Nile Valley, so yeah, maybe another 15 years.
Oh no, Nile Valley been used for a minute. Like it's in a lot of scholarly works, the word Nile Valley. But I'm saying we need to just go ahead and go all the way with it and say Nile Valley and Delta. So. But let me just point, like while I have this up, I'm gonna take it back off. I just want to point out something that supports what you were saying earlier, and what Gullah Geechee, I think, was responding to you on. So on this map right here, you have Nakada right here, because you showed your book, right, and your book had the same map, but I'm overlaying the one with the terms. So this is the archaeological name, Nakada. You got Nakada 1, 2, 3, etc. But the Egyptian city in the same area is Nebut, which is the gold town. And so if we were gonna romanticize, not romanticize as in whatever, but romanize and bring this term up to date, we would call this Nubia. If we would bring this term in a modern way to say it, Nubia. But it's Nubit. You got Abju or Abydos in close proximity. And then from there, you got Heracanopolis, which is a city, Nekhen, city of Heru, where this Shemsu Heru are known, Behudet, which everybody knows Edfu, but that's Behudet. Kom Ombo, that's another one. Nebit. See that? Nebit, which is another word for gold. So these two cities right here are gold towns. So the inhabitants of these cities would modernly be called Nubians because they live in Nubia or Gold Town. But I'm just showing y'all where we at. So this Aswan, Elephantine, Abu, which is the word for elephant. Then you have Wabet, which is fillet, the Isles of Philae or Philly there. Then you get down here to the cataracts, which are not shown. Yeah, that's the first cataract. Here, that's the first waterfall cataract, and that's the second cataract. So Egypt's border during its existence was the southern border, that is dynamic. It is sometimes it was around this area, and sometimes it was down to the second cataract. That's why you have Abu Simbel, Buhin, and etc. All right. So right in this area from Nakada, from right here going down. So imagine that going all the way down to where Kustul is, and Kustul is not written on this map. That's not to Playa, by the way. But down towards Kustul and a little further down is the location of the genesis of the ancient Egyptian state apparatus and polity. That's where the writing system is oldest attested, the administration, the iconography, the white crown, hedged crown, the crooked flail, and all the things that we know, even wearing the tail, a representative of a king wearing a tail. All of that stuff is found in this area. Okay, it has its genesis here. It's not the only contributor, but it's the main one to start the state apparatus. But anyway, that's it. And you see right here, they got Nehisiu Nubians on this map. Nehisiu Nubians.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so I just here's Wawet that I told y'all. Wawat. And here's Kush. And what else can we recognize? Here's Napata. All the way down here. People confuse Napata and Naphtaliya so much, man. They gotta make sure they don't confuse those two places. But all right, so that's all I wanted to share that, just to identify so people know on the map so you get an idea.
All right, what's going on, Chef? Now, pseudo killer official. What's going on, brother? What's on your head?
Shit, I'm just tripping off this whole thing. We got a sister.
Hey, Chef. Did Sean not goddamn say that the serious system? Hold on, because this nigga, I mean, hold on, man. I know I'm not crazy, yo.
Oh, man, come on, man. Let that man finish saying we got. Damn.
Nah, because, man, we got to get to this shit right now, yo.
Right now, yo. He not coming on.
My bad. All right, yeah, we're going to get to it. All right, go ahead, Chef. My bad, bro.
I just want to say something about the chat because for some reason, you know, everybody don't get to play by the same rules. You know what I mean? If I come in playing, everybody taking offense to it. I was playing with CK by saying she timed me out.
Right.
Some other sisters got I guess offended by me saying in the chat that CK timed me out. I was addressing CK. I was playing with CK. I have a personal relationship with CK. All right. Me and CK can personally contact each other. Me and CK was talking personally on the side. So I was playing with CK by saying that. I knew one of you other people who timed me out. I knew that. I was just playing with CK.
I know what you want to say.
You know what I mean?
Good catch, Chef. Good catch, boy. You wild.
So, you know what I mean?
Wild out. Wow.
Yeah, she Queen Cheetah. I don't care if you timed me out. It was just a joke. You know what I mean? I actually thought Emma Cat had timed me out because I timed her out in the pseudo killers. Yeah. So I was just playing with CK and I was playing with Emma Cat. I don't know where you came from out of left field with your rage, right? Saying people, calling people the BITCH word. You know what I mean? But the moment a man used that word, right? It's funny how women can use their word towards a man. The minute a man used that word in reference to a woman, we all kind of disrespectful, and I never disrespect nobody in the chat. So the fact that you using those words, she gonna sit here and say, I'm acting like a bee and I'm screenshotting stuff, sending it to Chief X. Cause I was on Wuja and them panel the other night playing, and I said, I'm screenshotting all y'all comments, sending them to Chief X. It was a goddamn joke, and I said it for everybody to hear. You people are crazy. Y'all need to relax. Everything that I did tonight was a joke. Man, Unc beefing in the back, Unc switching the show. I was fucking playing. Everybody need to calm down. I'm just showing everybody that everybody can throw a tissy fit. Everybody can throw a tissy fit. You motherfuckers ain't the only people who can throw a tissy fit around here. And that go for you too, Unc. That's my point. Everybody can throw a tissy fit.
Well, you throw a good one, nigga.
It's good. Good, because that's how I feel. Every time you choose to throw a tissy fit.
Yeah, but
Everybody can throw a tissy fit, my nigga.
I actually wanted to, I wanted the hour over there and the hour here. I don't want to do them long shows. That's why I played into it because I was really gonna cut it right there. That's all. I got you back now. There you go. Out there. Go ahead. Where you at?
Yeah, no, that was it. I was just showing the map and kind of adding to what you had showed a picture in the book from the valley, the Nile River. I was just showing the genesis, the major contributors to what we come to know as ancient Egypt. They all came from the south. That's undeniable. I don't think anybody, at least at this point in 2022, they will have a very hard time trying to show otherwise. Everything we know about ancient Egypt is comes from the south.
Yeah, and too, I want to support what you were saying about the ney bird or the Nahisi bird, which is actually the helmeted guinea fowl, which is found throughout southern the tropical regions of Africa. And this particular bird, when Proto or Niger-Kaddofian speakers migrated to Western Africa during like the green African human phase, they actually domesticated this bird too. And Nilo-Saharians too, to this day in East Africa, also handle this bird. That's even why, like I said, that bird was all throughout this region. That's why they giving them that signature of the bird. If you even look up the helmeted guinea fowl, look just like the ney bird in the glyphs.
Yeah.
So this book right here, right? The Types of Mankind, all right? Ethological researches based upon the ancient monuments, paintings, scriptures, and crania of races, and upon their natural, geographical, philosophical, and biblical history, right? And get the book, right? These are the people that was bringing Egyptology, right? These people that was the ones that started scientific. I'm gonna say this again, yo. The people that started the science that are actually noted for starting scientific racism was the people doing the digging in Egypt. Now, how about that? That's a good one for you, right? And so they only seen, right, these people that they thought looked like the Negroes, they call them Negroes in America, they relegated them to slavery. It says, watch this. Carmack, it said the Negroes' features are true to the life if we doubt the ancient detective drawing of the eye, as must be done in all copies of Egyptian art. They're gonna say, look at the eyes, crazy as hell. It say we next present one of the many proofs that Negro slavery existed in Egypt, 1500 BCE. An Egyptian scribe, colored red register, the black slaves, of which males, females, and their children are represented, the later even with the little tooth of wool erected upon their heads, while the leopard skin around the first Negroes' loins is, let me see, kind of barely said, grotesquely twisted so as to make the animal tail, watch this, the animal's tail belong to its human wear. Damn. These niggas don't understand the leopard skin. They trying to say that the Egyptians, right, was showing that the Negroes had tails. This is what Chief Nut is up against. Not me. This is what we fight against since the fucking 17th, 18th century, y'all. We fighting that. These are the archaeologists. These are the people that dug up the shit. These are the people that translated the text. Now y'all start to see the fucking value of what we do. That shit ain't changed. I'm telling you, dog, like 1960, 1996, right? The law in the United States was saying that if you was from the Middle East, North Africa, and what I say, Middle East, North Africa, and the Mediterranean, you was white. Damn. Damn. The leopard skin, that's why they a slave and the Egyptians showing them having tails. Man, that's the significance. They have their tail coming off that leopard skin. That's a misunderstanding of African custom and tradition. That's why today's Egyptology, right? They trying to put it in an African perspective so you don't say crazy shit like that. But this is what we fighting against. And you get people like Chief X sound just like a glit nigga, just like a old nigga, just like a breasted nigga, just like a Reisner nigga, just like a Morton nigga. Come on, bro. Like, really, that's how we getting down there? Nah, dog, not on my watch, man. I'm always at this spot when I identify a nut amongst you. I did it with quote unquote young Pharaoh. Now you see he a nut. Gone. I do it every time. Now, Chief X, based off of him being marginalized, based off the fact that he really don't want to study, based off the fact that you shit too quick, now he's on the outside looking in. He always wanted to be one of the ones. Always wanted to be one of the ones. But he never could wait his time. He would always be too jumpy. He would always jump out the fucking window, man. Always do that. At the wrong damn time, right? So he's power hungry. Yo, you got to be power hungry, calling out motherfuckers that can read the glyphs, calling out motherfuckers that been studying archaeology for goddamn near 15 years. You something, you just want to get beat up. That's all I can think about. You surrounded and you still talking crazy. I think I'm a debate. Respectfully smash. Yeah, you better say respectfully smash. OG smash Rockwell's nigga, because that's close. How you say it, Kent? The closer nigga is, the more respectful they get. But you talk that shit, because she motherfucking a plane ride away, nigga. A whole goddamn continent, so you can talk that shit.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's facts, because you know when we meet in person, it'd be all good. It'd be everybody dapping up, and I'm cool like that. I don't want to fight none of these people. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like the further they get away, you know, when niggas go back into their computers and get back behind them,
the fun out of it, yo.
Them fingers.
Hey, that's the same
crazy.
thing. And I always stand on that. Every time I hear it, I say the same thing. And see, but I go in reverse. Like, I rather, like, all of my experiences, when you talk in person, the conversations be way better. It's a better quality as well. It's a better quality because you totally bypass any of that, any thoughts of doing kung fu, keyboard, karate, and stuff, because you have just better conversations. That's why I always say when people have when a misunderstanding crossed the line, that's why I always tell people, I say, all right, well, next time you come to Georgia, let's have a sit down.
Right.
That's what I always say. But people take it as me saying, oh, when you come to Georgia, come see me, you know, as if it's some tough guy stuff. It's like, nah, I already know better. I mean, I already know the conversations are most of the time night and day.
Right, because everybody trying to be successful, get money, you know what I'm saying? Got families and shit. Like, ain't nobody trying to get locked up or go to jail or get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know,
and at our age, nobody really fighting, man. Everybody trying to end something real quick.
Right. So if it ain't real, if it's not that serious,
bro,
then let's not act like it's that serious. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I love to argue, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to have this conversation like this, like argue with little person talk, yo. I enjoy having it. I enjoy putting a scenario together where this shit be heightened and nigga ain't got no choice but to bring out the right information, yo. Yo, I enjoy that, yo. You know what I'm saying? I know Wuja don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas around me don't like that shit, but I like that shit. Because I feel like this is where the rubber meets the motherfucking road. Yo, you either source up or shut the fuck up. It's simple as that. People don't like the pseudo killers because niggas argue. It's times I don't like it. It's because we cut each other off. We stopped cutting shit off. I agree to none of them niggas and none of them niggas saying. We got all day long. That's what I do. As long as we put source behind the shit, yo, that's a good show for me. The pseudo killers never was stated as being a motherfucking research team, yo. Good conversation, scientific literacy, yo. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, yo. I love to argue with dudes over this information. It's good for me, right? It stimulates. right? Growth and development, yo. Sometimes, man, other groups need some fucking disagreement. Shit gets stale. If everybody agrees to the same shit, then y'all ain't trying hard enough. You ain't putting it together hard enough. The amen shit is over with, yo. Simple as that, yo. You present your information, man, right? If you lose, and you've learned something, yo, because at the end of the day, with scientific literacy, man, the day you realize you're wrong, it's the day you really learn something, man. That's what scientists do, man. So I'm not letting no half-baked crazy person, you know what I'm saying, half high, half the day, yeah, I mean, defeat me in a conversation that's in academia. I'm bringing top-notch sources. I'm not bringing the shit I'm thinking. I'm not bringing the shit I'm hoping. I'm not bringing 1974. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing the 2022, the 2021, 2020. I'm bringing that. Y'all, Cambridge, Harvard, Yale, Morgan State. That's what I'm doing. Like, y'all ain't think I'm not going to do that? Y'all got me fucked up. Really? You think I'm going to let Chief X get any points? You forgot? Nah, yo, he's marked off, yo, as a nut. He hate when I say that. He's a nut because he sounded like these dudes. Ain't nowhere in the world he's supposed to be sounding like these dudes. Look, man. I'm probably going to try to get Wu Jia to actually pull this plate right here. All right. This is in connection with the scene, which is taken from a monument at Thebes. Wilkins remarks. It must be Egyptologist named Wilkins, somebody, right? But I'm going to look at the scene and watch how wrong they got it. These are the things that permeate through Egyptology to this day. The old God is still talking that talk.
Hey, what is it? I'm ready to have it.
I'm gonna have to take a picture to you, and so you can look at it. I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know if you've seen this scene before.
No, I'm saying where's the reference to it? You said Wilkinson, right?
Yeah, that's the one. That's one of the guys, and this is what he writes on it. He says it is evident that both white and black slaves were employed as servants. They attended on the guests when invited to the house of their master, and from their being in the families of the priests as well as the military chiefs. So they said these are servants of the priests and military chiefs. They say we may infer, they want some inferring shit, that they were purchased with money, and that the right of possessing slaves was not confined to those who had taken them in war. It says the traffic in slaves was tolerated by the Egyptians, and it was responsible to suppose that many persons were engaged as at present in bringing them to Egypt. So the only reason the Nubians is in Egypt, or the Negro, is because of slavery. Now, it was hard for me to read. Look how small that shit is right there, yo. So I had to really take my time and try to read that shit. It's bananas.
See, you were naming problematic words. We got the whole racial thing in a discussion of cultural anthropology of the past, of antiquity. People should just drop the concept of race.
Yeah, you got you.
Altogether, because the ancient Egyptians did not define themselves as a race. There's no race called ancient Egyptian. And what people always did throughout human history is that when they formulate a culture, an environment, a cultural environment, they had a cultural large level, massive identity, and anything that didn't fit within that identity, they saw them as other than themselves. So it wasn't a case of you're black and I'm white, or I'm black or I'm white and you're black. It was that I am part of this culture and you're part of something different. You don't speak my language. You don't have our same behavior and concepts and whatever. That was the distinction, the difference, not based on skin color and all the other kind of stuff that we do in modern times. And that's the big difference. So it doesn't apply. That's why, you know, I say it's a retarded. I call it a zombie topic. The whole race thing needs to be done and over with, and then move on, because it doesn't apply. The whole black and white, whatever, it doesn't apply. The ancient Egyptians were neither, because it just doesn't apply. It really and it is not helpful to any discussion at all. So even in that book, you read, it said white and black. Like
Yeah,
who? But why doesn't it name the people? Because the Egyptians name names. They name them either Nehisiu or the Amu or whatever the case is. Anybody that was outside was seen as a foreigner. That's why when they refer to them, they call them chasut, which is from the word chas, which means it's a hill. And anything beyond the hills was not of Egypt, because Egypt was on the other side of the hills, within the valley and the delta. And so across the desert and across the hills, everything was foreign. They considered that chaos. That's why Satuk or Set was a deity of the desert, because it represents that chaotic aspects, that as they say, you know. And there's a lot of good books, man. I could share some stuff on that. The whole how Egyptians identify themselves and how they saw the foreigners in the Levant, the foreigners in the South, and all that kind of stuff. People have done dissertations, thesis, and came out with books after they successfully defended their PhDs and stuff. It's a lot of scholarship out there.
You know what's deep though? That clans and tribes can. I just want y'all to know, right? That the Romans had no fucking idea that when they went to Britannica to fight them force, right? That they was actually fighting, you know, they brothers. They didn't fucking know.
How about the Vikings and the Saxons over Christianity and the old time religions and stuff like that? Like we would call all of them white, but yet they didn't even see it like that. It was we are Vikings, and you are Saxons. You're in London, in England, and we're in Scandinavia, Norway, and all that. And we're us. We speak our language. We have our ways, and you have yours. But in modern times, we would say both of them are white. We would say, oh, they all white. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't inform us accurately. We got to just deal with things as they are.
The Franks, the Brits, the Romans all attacked their motherfucking ass. The Rus, which is the Russians, they didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know. It's funny to me, like, and they wasn't even right there with each other. But on the Nile Valley, the river, the Delta, Nile Valley, yo, they right there, right? And they was still trying to make distinctions for real. Like, they right there at the river. And wait a minute, dog. We only been in America 250 years. 99% of African Americans don't even understand African culture. And that's only 250. Yeah, and we got planes, we got internet, we can do all that. We fighting to show people, yeah, we coming. Y'all know how hard the fight is to tell an African American they came from Africa. That'd be the fight. Y'all know that, right? Then you get the DNA test, right? Then you be saying, yo, the DNA test is not really telling you your tribe you're coming from. It's actually telling you the modern tribe and the modern day population in that area that you connected to. That's what it's really telling you. It's feel good. I get it. It's not going back in the 1700s, 1400s. Nah. It's only telling you that you coalesce with the modern population in that area. That's all.
What's funny to me is that people who misinterpret their ancestry reports, I noticed that people posted like they'll be like 69 or let's say 70% shared DNA with African groups, right? But that other 30% will be in European groups. But nobody wants to represent that 30%. Nobody wanna represent that 30%.
No.
It's
That
like it's like that's a whole conversation. Like why? Like if I find out, like, this is a typical person, they find out that they cluster or share a lot of DNA. Let's say 65%, 60% with the people in the area of Nigeria. So people go out their way to want to deal with Nigeria. They want to buy Nigerian stuff, decorate their home with Nigeria. Or no, I would give a better example. They're 70% shared with Africans on the continent as a whole. But then you know how it narrows it down. Let's say 35% is Nigeria, 15% maybe Burkina Faso, and et cetera, right? So think about this. They'll look at the highest percentage within Africa, and Nigeria, let's say it'd be 30. And then they'll rock out with Nigeria. So they'll decorate their home and want to have a Nigerian name and start converting over to Isheshe or Yoruba or Ifa and all that kind of stuff. But then when they look at the ancestry, the European part is 30% as well. But they don't go out their way to start representing the crown, the English, the Queen's English, and the cups of teas and stuff like that, and decorate a house that way. So we have this sense of so we know the motivation behind the test. People are cherry picking and then running with it because we have a void. We have this need to try to regain an identity. And I just think people are going about it the wrong way. But that's what we do, though. That's what people are doing.
It's just, I mean, you know, I in the conversation, man, I like when I'm looking at it from a scientific perspective, man, that there's really no place, right, for race. And, you know, the studies, they tried to make race-based medicine. Everybody know about the high blood pressure medicine. And they talked about how they started selling doctors and the general public that they had this race-based high blood pressure medicine for Black people. And so when they finally did the mega analysis and the clinical trials, they found out was it was really hurting Black people. You say, well, how can it hurt Black people? Because actually, man, each individual needs to be looked at on a case-by-case basis, right? So Black people was actually missing out on treatments that it could have gotten. So the point I want to make here, if you quote unquote what you calling white people, if you would put them in the same circumstances, eating the same types of foods and the same regularities, put them in situations where their neighborhoods have nothing but fast foods, they would have the same rates of high blood pressure. It actually had nothing to do with being Black. It had something to do with your social economic status and your ability to buy and purchase certain foods, fruits and vegetables, the way you ate your food, the way your diet was, right?
You should do just that rigid topic. You should do a show on that. Because that's an important thing that I think a lot of people need to know. You should do a show the study, or you know, sources or whatever for that study about that, because that's growing in the circus community. I see people, you know, having this race-based supplements and medicine and stuff like that. That's not it. They got even papers. You're probably aware of it. They have papers showing the problem with even using race in the medical reports, and they explain why they do it. It had nothing to do with genetics, like you know, it's simply the social grouping and how they recruit people to conduct these studies and stuff like that, but not on the flip side where okay, this is specifically for Black people, because Black is not, there's no biological reality for race. There's no gene that says, okay, you're Black, or there's no correspondence that it's a proxy. And anybody who, you know, knows this stuff, they know it's a proxy. It's not a 1-for-1 correlation, because it's Black. All right, so how much Black? You know, like when like at what point does Black stop and you something else? Like at what exact point is that?
Where do you genes? You got genes that help your heart function. When does that gene become a Black gene and make your heart beat better? Let me say this though. I brought that out because that's definitely one of my slides as I beat down Chief X. Like, say, I can give him my information because he can't get around it, right? Like, he can't get around that. They y'all don't talk. Yeah, he can't get around none of this shit I got. Because there's no getting around it. The shit is right in front of your face. Right? So, the fact that we're talking about that, the Dioxin by default was fighting against people that said the Egyptians was white. Yeah, I got to work. Like this the niggas, they ain't slaves. When Rising looked at the shit, he was like, yo, these the niggas. He looked at, oh shit, these motherfuckers, he thought they was Egyptians. They's Egyptians. And he looked, he said, oh shit, they below that motherfucking line we drew. They gotta be niggas. But look, man, I think we done had a nice little joint there, man. Man, make sure y'all subscribe if you ain't subscribed, man. Like the channel, man. We're going to be on the Pseudo Killers tomorrow, man. We're going to be talking about some African-American history, man. A little something for Black History Month. We're going live at about 1, man. We're going to be on there and having fun, man. Look, everybody, man, take a light around this motherfucker, man.
Hey, send me that picture, man, of that what you were showing up on the screen.
I'm gonna send it to you, man. Look, I appreciate everybody that came through, man. Man, shout out to the Pseudo Killers, man. Yo, we in here, man. Appreciate just the bros, man. Kofi Pasi research team, man. Fucking with you, yo. I'm fucking with who fuck with me. That's what it is. I gotta go back to my Baltimore shit.
Big ups to Kofi. Big ups to Kofi and Chav. I fuck with Chav. Big ups to Kofi and Chav.
Yeah, I gotta fuck with
Pass our research team.
Yeah, I've enjoyed my birthday this weekend. Nice birthday, man. Change the pace a little bit, man. I need to change my pace. My shit needs to be thorough on what I'm doing. Changing my pace.
Happy belated. I ain't even know it's your birthday.
Don't worry about it, yo. I don't want nobody know, nigga, because I'm getting old, nigga. Appreciate that, though, man. But man, I appreciate everybody stopping through the channel, man. Like 100 people in there, man. I ain't went live on this channel in a while, man. I'm actually just trying not to have super long shows, man. That's why I actually, flip from the Pseudo Killers to here. That's the mode we supposed to be doing anyway, not to have this shit long, man. And, man, make sure you subscribe to the Kofi Pasi research team, man. Get them subscribers up, man, over there, man. Make sure you like and share. Shout out the brother Ben, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep practicing African spirituality, man. Many groups is dedicated to, taking areas of study, man, and really drill down into it, man. And by the way, the goddamn Dogon ain't seen no goddamn white dwarf before they invented some damn shoes. And with that, real Black atheism is on the rise. Yeah, man. Appreciate that, man. Subscribe, man. And we out.